Hello, welcome back to PlayStation Access. My name's Nathan, and welcome back to our new regular feature, the Tuesday Checklist. Every Tuesday, the Access team takes inspiration from a recent or upcoming release to start a conversation about some of our favourite games. This week, having spent some time with the brilliant WipEout Omega Collection, we're talking about gaming inventions that would change our lives for the better. Here's Dave wondering why he still has to drive on the road.
Flying cars. It's pretty obvious, flying cars. And WipEout, was on the original PlayStation. I can't believe that we're, 20 years on and we haven't got flying cars yet. They're not even properly flying. They're not. It's not just flying off into the air wherever you want. They're still on kind of roads. They're more like hover cars, a good bit of hover. But because there's no friction, they go super, super fast, and that's what I want. Also, if I'm having the flying cars, I'm having the pads and the weapons and the boost pads. Again, boost pads. Why don't we have cars, normal cars, going on motorways that are also conveyor belts? We'd also need those like gravity defying loops and things, like magnets. It's all done with magnets. In my head, I think it's all just done with magnets. So that's what makes the car float, and it's also what makes the car stick to the ceiling.
So what would that be like in rush hour?
It wouldn't be a rush hour. Rush hour would still be for the cars.
So you're just flying.
I guess other people can, but we'd be like in this fast lane. It's like we'd have our own lanes, special lanes for the cars, for the flying cars.
So you would like not for hover cars to be a thing, but for them to be a thing only for you and select people, and everyone else has to stay in their normal cars.
I mean, it's my idea, so I get one off the bat, obviously. Other people, I haven't thought about them. If they can afford one, sure. I think it's going to be quite pricey. And to be honest, it's going to be better for me if no one else has one, because one, I'll be super cool, and two, as we've discussed, the special roads that I'm going to have built will be congestion free. I'm genuinely struggling to think of any negatives to this plan. Roadkill. Anything that's, above the ground. In fact, it would be great for roadkill. There'd be so little. Badgers, safe. Foxes, safe. Mice, rabbits, rats, all safe.
Deer wouldn't be safe.
Deer aren't safe now. So,
So deer is the same for deer.
A deer would be safer though, because you'd only could hit their head. They'd be decapitated and they'd be straight away
deers
gone.
Just need to let a duck and they'd be fine.
Exactly.
Hear me out, because it didn't really end well in the game, right? Plasmids.
Right.
Okay, right. It really didn't end well in the game.
No.
Didn't even go well before it ended.
No.
The whole thing was pretty awful. The idea of just being able to inject superpowers into you, but based off a whim. You just be like, today I want fire, or today I want ice, or today I'm going to use telekinesis. And just the fact that you can have any of them, and you could literally just go into your bathroom cabinet and just open, well, which one shall I inject forcefully into my wrist today? And you've just got to get the science right. We've just got to do a little bit more homework. But this idea that and cooking dinner, you can't get the lighter to light, and you keep clicking it, and you're and then you've got to get matches, and then there's gas everywhere, and it's awful. You could just use the fire plasmid, and because all the posters around Rapture had you gentlemen lighting cigarettes for the lady, but you could just light your dinner, or you just wanted to have a nice chilled drink, because ice melts and waters the drink down. No one likes that. You could literally just chill the glass.
Nice.
See?
Outside the box.
Exactly, everyday uses, or the telekinesis.
Yeah.
Just pull things towards you, instead of getting up. I don't want to have to move.
Okay.
That's, imagine you're sat there, you're gaming, you're sat at your desk, you're nice and comfortable, you've got your blankie on, and then all of a sudden you're wow, I can't reach my Diet Coke. But I can by jabbing myself in the wrist. And then just pulling it towards me.
How do you know about my blankie?
Do you not have a blankie for gaming?
Of course I do.
I have one. It's got it's dogs as sushi. Hopefully we wouldn't have to harvest Adam from humans, because I think that would be really unfortunate. And I don't want to harvest it from animals either. We'd have to have a synthetic Adam, because the whole thing with the Little Sisters was really unfortunate, and it just didn't need to go that way, which is kind of sad. But I do want to be able to chill my wine in the summer.
Can we talk about the delivery method though? Do I have to stab a thing into my wrist? Can we do it with pills or something?
I think it's cool. I like it because it means like only people of like a strong will deserve these powers. Because if you're, like if you're too weak to stab yourself in the wrist to inject yourself with superpowers, you don't deserve chilled wine. You need room temperature food.
One gaming invention that I think would be really useful to have in real life is the Octo Camo stealth suit from Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots.
I'm aware of it.
Because in all other Metal Gears, like Metal Gear Solid 1, you're just sneaking around and you have to use the walls and actual hiding spaces in cardboard boxes as, stealth things. In Metal Gear Solid 3, you use a camouflage system, but every time you have to... It's a good job all you have to do in that game is go into a menu and actually press a button. Because the real life implications of changing your camouflage every time you're in a completely different setting would be ridiculous. Imagine in real life, Big Boss would have to be like, right, jeans off, top off, get the tree bark camo on, rub off the grass face paint, put the tree face paint on against the tree. And now I'm crawling in the grass again. Oh my God, I've got to rub it all off. It's ridiculous.
Does he have a mirror? Does he have like a little pocket mirror that he has to take out?
I mean,
how does he know
he could, if
he's done a good tree?
You could have like bits of brick face paint here, bits of tree there, bits of grass there.
Yeah.
It'd be a nightmare. The Octo Camo suit bypasses all of that. It's just a suit that changes colour and texture like a chameleon does, depending on what you're up against. If you lie stationary or are stationary anywhere for, I think it's 2 or 3 seconds, the Octo Camo suit just goes and just takes on the appearance of whatever you're next to, which is incredibly useful for sneaking. I don't know how I'd use it in everyday life. I do know how I'd use it in everyday life.
Well, that's what I've been worried about asking you. Is why did you want this invention in your life?
It'd just be fun, wouldn't it? I mean, it's always one of people. Whenever people get asked what superpower do you like, being invisible is always up there, and having the Octo Camo stealth suit is like one step away from being invisible. I mean, I could, what would I do? I would stand behind your desk, Dave, up against the wall, and scare you.
I don't like the idea of you having this Octo Camo, and I will
Why
do
not?
everything in my power to make sure that you don't get your hands on it or any other part of your body. It's the other parts I'm worried about. Because you'll sit in the chair or something and just look like a sofa, and then I'll sit on you, and you'll just... I don't know what you'll do. You'll scare me. All you'll do is scare me all the time.
Yeah, I will do that.
No, well, it can't happen. Do you think you wear clothes underneath the Octo Camo?
No, it'd be really hot, I think.
Oh,
Just be a horrible
not naked.
Onesie,
You're never
spandex style thing.
Oh, you're never going to take off the Octo Camo, and it's going to get sweaty in there.
Yeah. Maybe that'll damage the Octo Camo-ness.
We have to like lube you up to put you in it.
Loads of talc.
Yeah.
Loads of talc.
Talc.
Which might interfere with the sensor.
Yeah, maybe it would. And all of a sudden I'd just be there, covered in cream and talcum powder.
Oh God!
Big sticky mess.
What if you put it on inside out and it just makes everything look like you?
That would be brilliant.
This invention comes from my favourite game, Portal 2, although it was also featured in Portal 1.
Otherwise known as Portal.
Or otherwise known as Portal. And it is, of course, the Portal gun. I was going to try and make a joke about the potato. I mean, it's going to be pretty obvious why a portal gun's going to be useful. It's slightly restricted in as much as you can only shoot a portal where you can see. So it's not like I can just, teleport over to America. Unless I fly over there and drop a portal and then come back. But if you accidentally press the trigger or something, you've lost your America portal. But crossing the road, perfect. Getting to the fridge, perfect. Getting to work, if you want to think a little bit larger scale, also fine. Out of bed, directly into the shower. Anytime I was in any danger, just fire off a portal. It doesn't even matter where it is. I'll just be there and then that'll be fine. But I think portal gun, I can't think of a downside. It would be, maybe it's a slight misuse of the technology and there are better things that could be done with it, but being able for me to do even less exercise at any time is very appealing.
Wouldn't you have like a problem though if you had one portal in your bedroom and another portal in downtown Los Angeles? Anyone from LA can just walk into your bedroom at any time.
That's true. I mean, I would hide the portal somewhere that only I knew about, and maybe I'd take like a portable curtain or something, you know, or like
There's a lot of thought going into this. I'm really appreciating
well, I
it.
know. Well, I thought I was just going to get to talk about my gun, but now I'm getting asked about the logistics. I'm thinking maybe a system of mirrors, a portable curtain, maybe the portal isn't into my bedroom but into a safe. The code to exit which only I know.
I think I'd just get a taxi at this point, wouldn't you?
Yeah, mate.
Another invention that would change my life for the better and would be really handy is the hacking app from Watch Dogs, where just on your phone, I mean, you can do the basic stuff like hack doors. That's really basic, you know, hacking doors, turning off security cameras. I don't know where I'm walking in my real life where I need to be evading security cameras, but I'd like to know that if I ever was in a position where I needed to be evading security cameras, I could do that. Also, changing traffic lights would be amazing, especially the flipping pedestrian crossings outside Bath Station when I want my train. And it's just the cars, just car. Like loads of pedestrians just waiting there. It'd be great to just get out your phone and boop. Oh, that one's gone red for you now, cars. I'm gonna cross the road.
This is my time.
And you could just do that. I could just do that before I got there. I could like preempt it so that whenever I got to a pedestrian crossing, it would just be boop green.
You can set up, you don't
That's
even have
great.
to press the button.
No.
It just senses you're nearby.
Yeah. I'm walking. Everyone else, stop. I don't care if you're in a hurry. Ambulance. It's a red light.
Hey everyone, stick with that weird bald guy. The traffic lights respond to him.
Yes.
What about stealing money, Rob? You know you can steal money with the phone.
Oh, that'd be naughty, wouldn't it? But I might be able to get away with it if I had the hacking app on my phone. Another cool thing I like doing in Watch Dogs is just walking around and you can preview people, can't you? And you can see what job they do and how much money they earn. And for some reason, I just find that really fascinating. It's even if it's just in the Watch Dogs universe where it's all just fake people and fake jobs. Imagine how satisfying that would be just to, you know, see a person and you're like, ooh.
Rob's
You
voyeuristic
do,
tendencies.
you do that job, do you? Oh, you earn that much money. Well, it'd just be really interesting, I think. And then if they did a job you hated, like traffic warden, then steal all that money.
I like that. The love of your invention particularly hangs on the two just traffic-related things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I hate? Traffic lights
And traffic wardens, yeah. Estate agents.
I'm going to make them pay with my new hacking app.
Yes.
What I never want to happen is for you to be to have this hacking app and have the
Octo Camo as well.
No.
No one would ever find me.
Oh God.
I'd just be up against, a shop wall, invisible, covered in talcum powder and cream, seeing everybody's job and how much money they earn and stealing their money as well.
But they're not paying for things anyway. You need to like hack like the Costa app so you get free coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, because your loyalty cards are all online now, aren't they? So yeah, I just hack it so I had just 10 all the time. Oh, it's time for my free coffee.
Nectar points.
Yeah. What exciting lives we lead.
Don't think too big here. Like, literally your way through and so far you've got free coffee. And
So if a genie came out of a lamp now and said, you have 3 wishes, what would they be? I'd like to always be at a crossroads without waiting. I would like to always have free coffee from Costa. Oh, heaven.
I can't think of another one.
Just brilliant. I'm fine with those 2 wishes, thanks.
2.
I'm just fine with those 2 wishes. But yeah, the hacking app in Watch Dogs is really, really useful. You could do anything with it. You could have real fun with cars, couldn't you? Red. Oh, actually it's green. Oh, actually it's red. Oh, and they'd all be like...
Some people have died.
Yeah.
Real good, wholesome fun.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, another invention from Omega is the focus from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
It's like this little thing that you kind of clip onto your ear or like just above your temple or on your temple. And it allows you to bring up kind of a computerized interface that interacts with the world around you and also gives you information around it. And it sounds like a GPS, and it's basically a do-all, almost completely neutral piece of computer tech. It doesn't fire laser beams and, it doesn't put a shield around you, but it's just like, it's like having a better smartphone.
Yeah.
And that I think is just something that makes my life really easy, and it looks really, really cool as well. I've always wanted to, in like sci-fi and in video games, whenever people are taking orders, like when Snake goes on the Kodak and he's like, Meryl, what is this? And you're like, that looks so, I want to be able to like put my finger to my ear and like take a call like a badass. Not a Bluetooth headset, because I'm not a loser. I always wanted a Bluetooth headset for that reason. But, you know, I want to be able to like, for some reason, you always have to put your finger in your ear. I don't know if like you hear out of this, like I can't hear anything and put my finger in my ear. But the idea of the, you know, just having something there and just it being infinitely cool and really futuristic.
Well, obviously, like when Aloy is using it, she's using it in a post-apocalyptic world where there's not a lot of technology. But you could be using it in the real world. What are you going to be doing with your focus?
Well, I would like it now. I'd like it to be able to do basic things like, you know, your GPS and like when you're trying to find somewhere, and like the GPS in your phone is useless, right? Yeah. Like it always sends you in the wrong direction, and you're trying to go like north, and she's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's like 10 minutes this way, and you're like, okay, that doesn't even make sense. So it'd fix all of that, because Aloy had much better GPS in a post-apocalyptic world than I have in the current world with the lady on Google Maps. She doesn't know what she's doing, so it'd fix all of that.
Got ya.
I'd be able to like look up different play audio files, Spotify through that, amazing. It's not like the new iPhone where you lose those like those things, they're gone. Or have you ever turned up and you've lost the ear bit off your headphones?
Yeah.
No?
I hate that.
That would never happen. I'd never have to deal with that again.
Yeah. I have one more question, and that is, how do you think it's affixed to your face?
I think it's magnets. Because obviously in the future, magnets are better as well. So it's a tiny, tiny little magnet.
Yeah.
Little thin thing.
It's in there.
When you know it's there. And you can just
pop your focus on. What about batteries?
I mean, it'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
It would be terrible.
Batteries will always be terrible. Even in the future, we won't figure out batteries. But like you'll be at your mate's house and be like, has anyone got like a cable to charge a focus? And they'll be like, I've got one for an iPhone, and you'll be like, yeah, no, I need a different connection.
Yeah.
Can you?
Oh, I've got a focus. Oh, what model is it? Oh, that's the old model. I've got the new one.
I've got the new.
They changed the. Sorry about that.
Sorry, and it's like, and you know why? It's like you've left like the Bluetooth on, or you left the GPS on, and it's just drained the battery quicker than you thought, or you spent like too much time on YouTube, and you're like, great, thanks. Now my batteries run out, and like no one has the right cable. Yeah. Or you're on the train, and like for some reason that plug just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like
that's the worst one.
Why doesn't this plug work? And that lady over there, her plug works.
Yeah.
Always my seat. So yeah, I mean, that's the problem. That's what will hold us back in the future, is that batteries will still be terrible. And we will spend so much time inventing great tech and not actually powering them.
What would be the most difficult thing to be camouflaged against?
Fire? I don't know.
That's a good one.
You stand up against fire, your camo suit's like, I don't know what the orange is here.
But still doing better than in Metal Gear 3.
Thanks, Rob, and thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments what gaming inventions would improve your lives. Do like this video if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next week.